This is a response to Apostate Apostle's video response to Pandeism and the problem of omniscience and experiential knowledge. Apostate Apostle questioned several aspects of Pandeism, in particular whether an omniscient being would be unable to condemn sin, presupposing that its omniscience would encompass knowledge of the difference between right and wrong. There are different meanings that can be applied to the word omniscience. Philosopher Charles Hartshorne, for example, has distinguished between absolute omniscience and relative omniscience. An entity possessed of absolute omniscience would know everything that could be known. An entity with relative omniscience would only know everything that was already able to be known, based on the experience of a given time. It would have knowledge superior to any other entity existing at that time, but would not have knowledge of things that could not be known, because they had not yet manifested in a knowable form. It could not know the future. Although it could use its complete knowledge of the experience of past and present to predict, in a mathematical sense, the probability of possible outcomes, in the short term, it could not know which specific set of outcomes would actually occur. And, its foreknowledge of those outcomes is simply not the same as sharing in the human emotional experience of dealing with those actual outcomes. Here, we enter the morality issue. The pandeistic creator is not absolutely omniscient. Indeed, the point of the video to which Apostate Apostle responds is that such a conception is itself illogical, and would require God to punish itself, as it would experience any punishment inflicted on others. Rather, the pandeistic creator has the logically possible relative omniscience. Prior to experiencing existence as the universe, the creator cannot know from the human experiential point of view what is good and bad. Even we humans cannot seem to agree on the details, despite our directly living out this experience, and in spite of a few broad areas of common agreement. Just because the creator cannot know of good and evil, right and wrong, when it stands alone in existence, and is without the concept of other beings to relate to, this does not mean that the creator can never know of these things. Quite the opposite, in fact. It is through the experience of our existence that it learns of these very things. It is therefore inaccurate to say that, if it cannot know right from wrong, we cannot either. The thing to remember is that the Creator has become the universe, we are part of it, and everything that we know enters into its knowledge, even while it is in this disseminated state. We learn right from wrong through our experience of the consequences of our acts, and so does the Creator learn through us. Finally, and most important, if the Creator was possessed of absolute omniscience, and knew all of these things at the outset, it would have no reason to create the universe at all, and so we would not exist.